Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the final match of Season 54. And for the second time this season, we are trying to go 3-0. We pulled it off in the first week. Now we need to try and do it again, and we might end up with a 7-2 season. This opponent, though, is going to be tough, but based on his defense, we have a pretty favorable matchup. Last round, up against my opponent Khan, this came down to Fleet. I care about it. He doesn't. He's got a 5-star Leviathan, and he put most of his good fleets on defense, which meant he didn't have much to take care of mine on with his offense. Plus, he has a Gear 12 Iden without the Ami, so his Chimera counter is probably a little less reliable, and he may not even know about it. But his squad, this stuff's excellent. He had set down a very strong defense and also had a very strong offense left over. Qui-Gon gets a hold. With the lower territory, this front wall is just one shot. Its job is just to pull out counters. But on the back wall, what we have is the Padme Kron doing its job, taking 3 attempts in order to go down, and that is why it's there. I'm hoping the front wall takes up a Bane or an SLKR so that when he has to go up against it, he is compromised. And the strategy worked. It wouldn't have been enough to win, though. You can see from my banner total, Fleet made the difference. With today's opponent, Fredwardo, he's 11.7 million GP, about 800k more than me. Zetas are strong at 313. Amis, he's tied for, or he's in third, I'm tied for first. GLs, he's an 8 GL player. Everyone in this bracket was. Really healthy amount of relics. I am, of course, the lowest. Deep roster, relic distribution. You can see a whole bunch of tier 5s, but this is okay for me. Tier 7s were basically equal. Tier 8s, though, very strong on tier 8s and a healthy amount of tier 9s. The craziest person in this bracket actually has 35 tier 9s, but he didn't win any matches. Obviously doesn't care about this game mode. With the mods, I have an edge with the top 25 averages, top 500 averages, and most of the counts, although he actually does beat me in the 15 plus speed counts. But my advantage is smaller, but it's there. Datacrons, he's arguably the weakest set of Datacrons in the bracket, but not really by that much. He still takes them seriously enough. He's got Relic 8s on his GLs. We got a triple Ami Melgus, got Radis, Iden, Starkiller, but Starkiller is only with a single Ami Relic 5 and doesn't have a complete mod set. He's got the speed set there. He could have another thing and we don't see it. And that's actually happening with a number of these characters. With Starkiller, Dash, and Afra, he just has the speed set and leaving off the opportunity for another stat boost. Now we are looking at Wampa, Savage at Relic 2, which is weird. Treya, Afra, no Amis. A couple weird things happening here. He does have a good third sister, no Ami on the Zori. His Malicos is okay. I would say over-modded. And then we have Drogon, Baudelaire, Bane, nobody in the bracket with Jar Jar, and he does have a pretty good looking Cadme. The rest of this is about what you would expect. Looking at the quality of his modding, I would assume it's pretty good. Organize this by speed. We got 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm looking for third sister, but third sister is actually below the mark. And he has 41. Han Solo is the last character at 300 speed. Padawan Obi-Wan's 298. And I'm at about 42, 43. So I have a slight advantage, but you can see there's some characters here like Veers, Bastille Fallen, Zori, Baudelaire. A couple characters you'd like faster, but really nobody problematic. Like Afra you could get faster, especially because she doesn't have the Amis, but his Afra without the Amis isn't going to be a big deal. But the characters who are really important, they're all modded where you'd want to have them. Now looking at the defense here, he has not gone yet. We'll just very quickly click through this. I've made no changes. We got Zerg, Kellerin, although I did actually make a change here. Kellerin went to lead instead of the Qui-Gon lead. Looking at the stats, I wish I would have actually done this sooner. The Qui-Gon lead was not better than the Kellerin Datacron, which is useless now because the set's expiring. Radis, Finzori. Down below, we have my GLs. We got Leia, Lord Vader, and then I have CLS and the Bad Batch. And then the back territory, this one we saw with the Padme Kron, Jabba, and Trench with the Trench Kron. Now looking at my opponent's defense, we have some things we got to deal with. We got JMK with Padme Kron, Lord Vader, Grievous, and Mon Mothma. So we have 2 squads there we could potentially solo. Savage can take down the Grievous, and Wampa can take down this Mon Mothma, no problem. He's not even bothering to put Krons there. Down below we have more GLs in Leia and in Rey Swallow, and then that's filled out with Dash and with Trench. Weird Trench squad. I forget the full mechanics, but he doesn't fully work with separatist droids. I don't think some stuff works, but not everything works. I can't remember anymore what parts of the kit aren't going to be fully activated, but he's definitely going to be hurt by not having Wat or Newt there, because there is a lot of synergy with the weapons techs and with Newt's thing. What is that even called? Come I can't remember that right now. Extortion. With extortion. All right, we're gonna get started down here. Let's start with Rey Swallow. We'll do our Star Killer counter. I'm going to really try to only use my presets because I'm terrified of these new images and putting in the wrong characters, especially with like helmeted and hooded characters. I find it very difficult to distinguish some of these. Now Mace. Okay, that's looking good. Let's go to the big screen and then we'll be ready to get going, right? All right, well, let's dispel. So the crit hit immunity's gone there. Now we will AoE, hopefully we'll get some shocks. All right, we got a good amount of shocks in the places we want them. And then Star Killer will dispel on his turn. You know what? Let's take the free turn. We'll do the stuns. I was thinking about not doing it, but all right, let's dispel. Hit the shatter point for the assist. Okay. Let's do Rey first. Okay, swallow, perfect. Can we do Holdo? Actually, let's get the free turn for the cooldowns. Oh, I should have noticed that Holdo was already in the yellow. Alright, let's land some stuns. Don't touch. Okay. Shocks. Good. Alright, let's get rid of the inspired from Rey. Good, everyone's got shocks. We're giving buffs on my side. But the rest, it looks like we can just wait. Little concerned about JTR though. Don't touch. I'm gonna dispel. Because if fine. I thought we could get rid of the stealth from JTR, but no such luck. Let's get offense. Alright, we take the hit. We'll hit Sortie with a nice big hit. Alright, we will do the Unleashed. Awesome. Takes out 2. You know what? Let's do this. Okay. I should have basicked. It's fine. Maybe I should heal, actually. Give me a shock. Of course not. Okay, that's 1. Okay, there we go. I'm going to heal up everybody else. They're just gonna evade, right? I'm not. Yeah, there's no chance with that. We got to stun her with the other ability. With this one. We're just gonna ignore Swallow. Come on, get there. All right. That does it. We're going to work on Leia. Leia is the reason that my Inquisitors are no longer on defense. Even though this is an annoying Kron. But because I'm a 6 GL player and we are punching up against these opponents, we need certain weapons on offense as our counters. Because Bane has to go elsewhere. Alright, we're good. But I think one of the things we're going to see here is why this opponent is less of a problem as the last opponent. Now, normally I go after Drogon, but he always stealths, so I'm going to try something a little different. We'll take out Captain Han. And now we're going to hit Obi-Wan. The last round opponent, he had a crazy and excellent roster. And his mods were incredible. And so when it came to a match like this, I timed out. And you can see the difference here, where with this guy, we're not really having any issues. Let's go with the armor shred. Yeah, that's alright. No, it's gonna happen. No, it happened again. I spoke too soon. And this is exactly what happened last round. We get stuck behind this damage immunity, and I gotta wait for it to come off before I can take out R2. And we're stuck attacking R2 because of the death mark. Yeah, this is exactly what happened. Actually worse, because I had 5th brother in this situation. So we're just gonna hit auto. Now, last round, I hit auto with like a minute left, maybe a minute 20 or something. It just wasn't enough time. Now, maybe with this amount of time, we're fine. Well, I think it's also mods, because I was not doing that amount of damage up against that guy. Alright, now we got Trench. Now, the thing is, we could do something like Gungans up against Trench. And I think we're going to, because it does win, but it's up against a traditional trench, and this is not a traditional trench. But really, this should be worse. So we're still going to do it. Boss Nass. We're going to 4-man it. Actually, that's not the order I want them in. Okay. And we got the Boss Nass Kron, which is here. We'll be able to get Jar Jar next time around. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I see what he's doing. Well, this guy doesn't seem like he understands that if he just had Watt, or maybe he does understand and he just wants to use Sith Eternal Emperor. But we can just dispel, so who cares? That doesn't do anything. It's probably what he wants to do. He's probably trying to retain Watt for Sith Eternal Emperor, which is something I opt not to do. All right, let's. I think I'm gonna go for the stun here. This is stun, right? Yeah. We don't get it. Fine. I have to swap to Tarpals, which is not my preferred option, but whatever. We took out Trench. Now we mass assist, and this is why we're four-manning it. Otherwise, that doesn't work like that. Okay. Gotta wait for the damage immunity to come off still. Shield up. Okay, I'm not worried about a Gear 12 nest. I think something at some point will take care of it. We'll deal with Django for... Yeah, right there. With the true damage and stuff that this squad has. Let's mass assist. Or assist. Maybe it's not a mass assist. Okay. There we go. Now, Dash Hondo. How do I want to deal with this? We're going to stick with my plan. I did plot this out because I have been scouting this season, and it's made a huge difference, as you can see. Last season was a mess. It's completely messed up my stats, and I don't like it. Now, on the back wall, I'm expecting, like... What am I... Jabba, it looks like. Okay, what do we want here? We need a light side Kron. Let's do this. Doing this one here, the turn meter one. With taking reduced damage. Alright. Let us go after Dash. Alright. Take a few hits. This just... I don't know. This squad is a pure luxury to me. I know there's some things you could do it for on offense, and you can get some good usage out of it there. I don't like them on defense. Just a little easy. As long as you know what you're doing. So I did the AoE first to make sure I land the armor shred. We cleared the foresight. Alright, we're good. Let's see what you got for me. So Jabba at a minimum I'm expecting. And I forget who else he had down. Yeah, so Jabba, Qui-Gon. Okay, Jabba, Qui-Gon, and Iden. And this Iden is also soloable. I'm just trying to think if we can split enough solos. Because if I can do Savage, Wampa... Like, I can solo the Grievous, the Iden, and the Mon Mothma. As long as I can find another solo for one of those teams. I just gotta decide where we want to do it. Who else can solo for me? Let's do some of these other squads first, and then we'll think about the solos. Oh, and we have Sidious, and Sidious can solo the Qui-Gon. Okay, so let's do that one right now, because that's not one where it's either Sidious solos it or nobody solos it. So that's safe. And it's a good goodbye to our friend the Sidious Kron. I'll miss you. Although I re-rolled one of those abilities, and I'm a little concerned about this. Now that I think about it. All right. Okay. We're at 4. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Ah, it came off. Well, Anakin's gone, everybody. We're all fine. Okay. It's just basic. Make sure she's... The basic does way more damage. Basic. There we go. And there we go. Great. My plan for Jabba right now is to gamble with Afra. So we're going to do everything else first. But if we can pick up another 3 solos, that's going to make me quite happy. Because I'm expecting this guy to do well on offense. Because one of the things we don't have for him to deal with is we don't have a Ray Swallow, which means he's saving counters. We don't have SOKR, which means I have to have a weaker defense. Things like that tend to aggregate. What did I even... Oh yeah, we're going to against Lord Vader. Let's Mandalorians. And I have updated a few of these squad... I gotta change this one. Because I actually want BAM for this. And that's not what I want. Let's do this. I kind of want to save that level 6 ability. We got 2 of them. Let's do the armor penetration and offense. Alright, we take the AoE, they go. Boom. And Maul starts attacking. And we will make sure Bo-Katan stays alive. We'll put protection up onto Paz. I guess we'll hit the I could maybe save the stagger. Yeah, there's no reason to heal right now. We'll save it. And Bo, we will have take out Maul. Okay. So Paz is fractured. Hit the daze so the retribution doesn't matter. And yeah, we can save it. Alright, we'll try and see if we can take out Thrawn. Almost perfect. Alright. This should take out Thrawn, give me my Paz back. We will heal up Grogu. Let's take out Guard. It looks like that might be faster. Maybe I just don't get to have what I want. Okay. Alright, I think this we can do to take out guard, and then 9th looks weak. What? Seriously? Fine. It's not helping that Baudelaire is not assisting. We're getting Bo-Katan assists, which is useless. I should have just taken out one of them. Alright, finally. That'll take out guard. Perfect. Yeah, we'll protect Grogu. We'll heal up Paz. And then a couple attacks yet, and we should take out Vader. Next time Bo goes, she'll be able to do her big attack. Alright, we're gonna lose Paz, it looks like. Alright. Okay. We're good. This should do it. Alright, now that brings me to the JMK Padme Cron, where we will be doing Bane. We got Bane, and let's not make any mistakes. Malik. Bane Cron. Alright. We will increase cooldowns. It's a nice sign that we're going first, because I don't have the best mods on my Bane. I'm kind of surprised actually that happened. I usually have to take a bunch of hits. They're doing a much better job of attacking the trooper this time around. Let's keep the cooldowns up. Okay. Let's AoE this time. Okay, we're gonna increase the cooldowns. They're doing your thing. Okay. Increase cooldowns because they got a what's it called coming up, and I don't have a taunt up. Not happy. Okay, AoE. Alright, good. We're safe now. Alright, well, AoE. Not quite. All right. Good. So now we have our potential solos. You know, we do have JML. JML might be able to do Grievous. Let's do, and we do have Sith Eternal Emperor. We have stuff. We have stuff. All right, we're gonna begin here with Afra. But you know what? I don't think this is going to go very well. I was looking at the stats, and Afra, I forget what the exact numbers are. Afra's like 80% against Jabba without Embo. Once you have Embo on the squad, Afra drops down to like 60%. So I don't think this is actually going to work at all. But let's do it anyway, because we're going to multi-hit this Jabba regardless, because everything else is at minimum a 2-hit attempt. Or maybe we get lucky. Alright, we increased for the potency. We bring out my friend. We will... Just double checking that. Normally I always do this second, but what if we do it first this time? I shouldn't have done that, because his turn meter. Alright, Vader, do some real big damage. Oh, can I? Awesome. That's right, because I did the thing to ignore... Oh my god, why can't that AoE take out... I can't believe Bosch is alive right now. That's really aggravating. Alright, Armor Shred. Yeah, now they got their payout, their dumb payout, and Bosch is still somehow alive. This is ridiculous. Alright, fine. That was ridiculous. I can't believe she survived all that. She had, I mean, it wasn't a ton of debuffs, but she had like 3 dots and we chucked a saber at her and she was already in the red. Fine. Alright, let's do it the boring way. I want to save some of these characters. Alright, let's take Talon. Do I want Talon? I kind of do. Alright. I should be taking tanks. Why do I care? Like, seriously, like, don't touch the stuff. Because we have 2 solos. Why don't I just take... Let's just get rid of these guys. Why don't I just take, like, these guys? That'd be smarter. Let's not do Talon. Let's do Marauder. I don't want to do the Mark, because that can get super annoying. I wish I hadn't, yeah. Okay. Alright, we'll link Chrysanthemum and Bosch, who somehow survived something that I can't believe she survived. I did do one stupid thing though with that torture. Because with some characters that strips turn meter, and that's what I was kind of hoping. But I don't remember every squad that's immune to turn meter reduction, but GLs it's usually a safe assumption. No, they're not though, because you can take turn meter from Jabba. I don't know. Yeah, let's recover some protection, keep Melgus alive if we can. I guess turn meter reduction can be resisted too. But still, I just shouldn't gamble with when there's that much turn meter. Or maybe that's a Grand Inquisitor specific thing. Maybe it's not all torture does it. Just when the Grand Inquisitor does it. Don't know. Alright, we hit the alt. Yeah, let's just do it on Bosch. Fine. Blow them up. And we'll clean up with like Mon Mothma. And then we'll work on soloing everything else. And then I can finally play the new raid. Let's see what kind of scores I can put up. Okay. I guess I could stop playing with my food. And I should just, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right, let's just auto and clean up and do our solos and clear fleet. And we'll see how much he participates. Like this, the guy's history showed inconsistent participation. Kind of surprised he's in the winner's bracket. He is the type of guy who could see that I full cleared and just decide not to play. Or just do a minimum battle. Yeah, let's talk some nonsense. Do I even have any nonsense? I mean, I'm distracted with basketball all the time. But you guys, there's a minority of you guys who share my obsession with basketball. I rewatched the most recent episode of Acolyte because I've been writing little snippets and reviews on the Discord and needed to. I didn't take notes the first time around. I usually do. So I did it for that. And my assessment holds. I was a little bit more annoyed this time because you could just, since I knew where the episode went, it just made it that much more apparent how empty scenes were, which I kind of intuitively knew in the moment, but the second watch through, you're just like, this scene doesn't need to be here. This scene doesn't need to be here. Like what I said in one of these previous, where, there you are. Records Grand Arena battles. I just said like that episode could have been an email, and I feel it all the more now. Yeah, we'll auto this. Yeah. We got Conquest coming up with this new Datacron set that I'm very interested in. We're not going to have any new Conquest videos because the last set are going to apply for the next 2 months. Or this one and next month. I just got to We'll probably put out something about the raid during this off week with Conquest. I am going to be going after Datacrons hard. With this new Datacron set, I do think there's going to be an early adopter advantage to be had for players who take it seriously, who really understand that Datacrons just became a little bit more important. Because you've seen with like this past two sets, like with the Resistance and First Order, I don't have those factions at Relics. So I just opted out, and it hasn't been an issue. And although you kind of opt out of level 9 crons, level 6 crons are now mandatory. That's this now that CG has gone from the faction tags to roles, that means every squad needs to be carrying a Datacron. It means that squads that are 1 relic away, maybe 2 relics away, you really got to consider adding those other relics so that you can put Datacrons on. Like you've seen me been talking about my Treya squad for months to years, where I haven't had relics on them. Right now, and I've been gradually adding them. This does not want to stay in focus. I've been gradually adding those relics, but I'm still 1 short, and now I'm just like, I'm not delaying it anymore. We're getting that final relic on Scion. Like, I wanted it. It's a good cron, but... Alright, how am I going to split up these solos? Alright, I don't... See, here's what I'm thinking. Wampa has to be Mon Mothma, because SWGOH can't do it, and JML definitely can't do it, because I tried it once, and I lost. So Mon Mothma can clean up a JML. So, where is she? Darkside, Wampa. This one is set in stone. Let's grab a cron to grab a cron. I really wish we could preset crons. It would be nice. Alright, we take a hit. It's an easier comp. Alright, let's cover nonsense. I don't think we have any other nonsense to cover. I am feeling like I do want to get caught up on all the shows I've been skipping out and ignoring. I guess we could talk about the boys. I don't want to get into any diesels with the boys. The only thing I want to say is this happens every season. I feel like they're rushing the last couple episodes. Because there's 2 episodes left. And I feel like they've got a lot of road to cover. And it doesn't like hurt anything really, but it's... I kind of wish they would be a little bit more judicious with their time. But in comparison to Acolyte, they are masters. Alright. If you look at the quality of this, we got Relic 2 on B2, we got Relic 5. There's nothing crazy going on here. Let's check out the mods on this Grievous. 91 speed. Let's check this. We got health. Okay, he's got the right modding. Bad secondaries though. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted to just throw JML in there. Because really it's a question of, do I think Grievous can clean up a JML? And I wouldn't be comfortable with it. I would definitely give it a shot if it was that point in the match. Yeah, alright, let's do this. Sith. Wouldn't know. SWGOH. Let's grab a nice dark side cron, but I want damage. So we got crit damage here. Let's do... That's tempting. I think I want that offense, because I don't know what his... I think I just want the offense. Yeah, we're taking this for that 32% offense. Wait, does that mark? Yeah, okay. That could actually be a problem. We got to be careful who we attack. It actually could be good. Alright. Yeah, right now we're just going to basic over here. There's no stormtroopers, so there's no like dueling banjos of having to attack different Sith or different Imperial troopers. And when it comes to shore, I'm comfortable with Relic 3 and below attempting taking out shore. Once it's above Relic 3, then I don't think a solo is possible. Maybe not possible. If you're high enough with relics and stuff, maybe it's possible. But for these purposes, for my SWGOH, that's where I'm at. Relic 3 and under. Because like you can see, I think that's also mod quality because we got through that shore way faster than... Oh, jeez. Alright, this I messed up. This is what I was afraid of. Alright, what I need to do is get her into the yellow and take her out. So that I can attack somebody else. Alright, can we just... I just gotta be managing this auto better. There we go. Alright, let's buy some time. Let's take out Snow. Ooh. We'll manual it for a moment, I guess. Okay. Now we can auto. Boom. Okay. I wonder if I can go back and figure out what my 200th Zeta was. I memorialized my 100th Zeta. 200th one though passed without me even noticing. I think because I've recorded all my matches and most of my roster almost all my roster changes are documented. I think I could go back and figure it out. Come on. Is she stacked up too much stats because we got stuck behind her for a while? Oh my god. I guess I didn't really factor in that she was Relic 7 because we are not doing enough damage anymore. Yeah, we can't take her out. Yeah, that is something I just haven't confronted that many Relic 7 items. I didn't even think about this. We just don't have the damage output for this. That's too bad. It's because she's recovering so much when we attack her. Or when she counters. We just have to get her into the yellow. We're so close to getting her in the yellow. There! Come on. Do it. 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 Right now, right now. Come on. One more. One more. One more. You're just a little bit more yellow. Yes, right there. Now. No! It takes too long. She's going to get that thing back. No, it's not going to happen. We don't have the clock for it. No. No, clock's not there. If I had stacking offense. Really, I think we would have been fine had we not gotten stuck behind that marked early in the match. That was a little costly. Okay, well, now, because we dropped a battle there, I don't want to goof off up against Grievous. We're going to take this one seriously. Even though I really am tempted to use JML and see if we can solo. We can undersize it, though. We can do that. God, I want to have fun. I really want to do a solo attempt. So tempted. So we get that AoE. They do that. Okay, let's take out B2 now. Yeah, we'll do an armor shred. AoE. This should actually do it. Yeah. I think I could have soloed it. If that was a Relic 6 Iden, I think we solo it. Alright, how do we want to do this? Okay. This is complete overkill, but we're just doing it anyway. I should have done Cadme. No, that was the right call. That was the right call. I just wanted to get through it quick. Alright, what do you got for me? I've been practicing the Malevolence Profundity counter. I think my Profundity is going to defense. I'm comfortable with it now. I'm comfortable enough where I think I can win it without having to have relics on Spy. Which was really one of the things I was preventing me from attempting it. Because that's an amount of variance I wasn't sure I wanted. Okay. Get Foresight up. Target lock. He does his thing. Clear the Foresight, give me turn meter. We bring out the Defender. And I land a stun. And we dispel. See if we get lucky. And we don't. We never do. We move turn meter. Alright, we keep the Defender alive. It's too bad. Now we bring out the Interceptor. We will... Yeah, we'll just stay where we are. Ooh, that's scary. Okay. Down. He's going to have the Mark 6 though. The Mark 6 is going to take out somebody I like. That could mean we have to clean this up depending on who it turns out to be. We're going to heal because we're losing the ship regardless. I'm going to hit Assassin just because I think we can do it faster. Nah, the Foresight. Is this... Yeah, it can't be evaded, so we're going to hit this guy. Let's do it. We get our formation. Let's hit the assassin. Perfect. But now Mark 6 is going to take out somebody. Don't be the defender. Oh, perfect choice. Perfect choice. You have another one-shot? What? Did you bring out that many ships? Do we have that many reinforcements already? Yeah, we're gonna have to clean up. Can you stop? No, you're touching the cords. Yeah. Alright, we'll clean up. My fridge is making a weird sound. Do I need to be concerned about that? Alright. We mark. Give me the RNG I need. Come on. The sound is still going on and I'm paranoid. This is all terrible. Normally I just go for assist, but right now we're just doing that. I did not like how this was going. Okay, we basic. I feel like we're getting bad assists. Yeah, I feel like we should be at our alts now. Yeah, let's just do it over here. Oof. How come you guys are ignoring the taunt? It wasn't marked. I should have done that on the Houndstooth. Alright. Okay. Boom. Alright, now I'm going to go look at my fridge, which is still making a sound, which is weird. Alright, we're going to negotiator mirror. Okay. Going after the Marauder. I don't even know if this is the best way to play this. Can we get buff immunity? Yes. I'm gonna... Let's be smart. Let's put him under stealth. I really just wanted to kind of take him out though. Alright, we took him out once. Okay. Alright, that's going how it should. Now we bring out Plo. Get our turn meter gone. And now I gotta see how lucky we get. Let me... what? Fine. It's not gonna take anybody out of stealth. Okay. All right. Ooh. Hopefully remember to edit that audio out. All right. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna regret it. Okay. Now we're gonna do it. Awesome. Awesome. Fine. Great. And now we just got to find some sort of cleanup. What do we want to do? Let's take it seriously. Who's gonna... Let's not take it seriously. I just feel like there's a good amount of assisting here that it'll get through some stacks fast. Okay. Alright, boom. Basic. We do this, but I think that needed target lock before it did anything nice. Boom. Alright, good. That's what I wanted. It's fine. I was kind of hoping for a higher banner total. I was hoping for things like the SWGOH thing not to... I mean, we would only have been like, I don't know, 1770, 1780. But it all depends on my opponent. I think we're going to trip him up enough where this ought to be a win. But I really would like to go 3-0 this week. And that SWGOH thing might come up to bite us. And we pulled it off, our second 3-0 week of the season, so we're finishing the season at 7-2, which is pretty huge. I'm going to really need all these crystals for everything that we've got going on right now. I need to be getting a bunch of Gerda keypads for all those relic knives. I'm very happy about this, but we do ultimately fall short of Kyber 1 with about 30-ish 36 banners to go. Now with my opponent Fredwardo, this is what I thought was going to happen, because based on his history, his participation was a little spotty and he hadn't really been full clearing people. And then this is what we see. He needed 4 attempts to get through my Lord Vader, which is pretty surprising. He probably did Fennec to start, had some preloaded turn meter, and that then messed him up with some other counters. And then back territory, he made a single attempt up against Jabba. It failed, but then he didn't attempt to clean it up or attack anything else. He's probably out of counters at that point, though, is what I would be suspecting. But this is also a situation why you shouldn't have Mon Mothma on defense anymore. One, is not that good, and it can be soloed, and it's a very good cleanup for certain GLs like Jabba or JML if you happen to see JML on defense. Front territory, I don't believe he attacked, but I'll double check. Yeah, and minimal participation, which is why we tried a couple things and invited a little risk into my offense, because I felt like this type of scenario was what was going to happen. Our final act for season 54, where we went 7-2, is reviewing our defensive performance. I waited to put this video up so that we could include it. And I do love this information that SWGOH has added to our pages. With round 1, you can see Lord Vader gets a hold up against Baudelaire, and that's because my opponent did not have the Omicrons, and those are very important for this counter. It's even going to show up in one of these later matches. The rest of these go as expected, but we do get another hold with Trench, and that is because he used Bosk, and that's just disrespecting the quality of Trench in the Trench Datacron. That is very high risk. The rest of this is what you would expect. You're doing a Padme-Cron counter, mirror, and then here, this is huge. Chimera falling to the Leviathan. This counter is very reliable. I say I'd probably have like a 90% win rate with it. When it fails, though, it does mess things up. So this was a big hold for me. And then he made a mistake. This is a mistake I've made before myself, and I know exactly what it feels like, and it's why I have been putting forth all that effort in making sure we use presets. Because he put the profundity with his negotiator ships, which forced him into putting his rebel ships under Home 1 to clean up the Leviathan, Radis to take out the Malevolence, but he had to leave my negotiator alone because of that mistake. With round 2, most of this is straightforward. Bane up against Lord Vader. That's pretty huge. That's also why Lord Vader and Leia are on the front wall. SLKR being attracted by Leia. Pay attention to that, because that is the perfect scenario for me of exactly what I wanted. Now, the rest of this is expected, but here we go. Padme-Cron on the back wall. I believe he had Padme-Cron on his defense, so he had used up his JMK Padme counters. He had nothing left for it, and that is why it was on the back wall. That was my entire strategic play, and it's nice to see a match that played out exactly the way I was hoping it would. Rest of this, Trench up against Qui-Gon. He's got Palpatine here. Sidious up against Qui-Gon, but Fleet he just ignored. He just surrendered at that point, which I think he kind of did in general. He was not a Fleet participator. Here, Bane being taken by Leia, and here Baudelaire up against Lord Vader. This is what I'm talking about. This is a single Ami Bo-Katan. You can just assume that the Ami is on the leadership ability. I think for the Lord Vader counter, you have to have the unique Ami that makes her immune to daze, because you want those counters that she has, and also the way that her second special works. If you pay attention to it, what will happen is she will attack, she'll cleanse everybody, but she won't attack again if you have daze. Those multiple attacks are taken off, and by having that second Ami, it'll go as expected. If you go back into my Grand Arena battles, you'll see it happen. If you go back to the last 5v5 season before I put that second Ami on, you can see it. Then here, SLKR up against Vader. This is interesting. And then Fennec, and then he ultimately has to use JML to take out my Lord Vader. And then Talzin up against Jabba. He had his Mon Mothma on defense, so he couldn't clean up, and then he just surrendered there. We will wrap it up. I'm going really seriously at these new Datacrons. We've been playing the new raid, and we have a roster update video that is already been recorded, and it'll come out probably the day after this one. So thank you for watching. Be excellent to each other, everybody. This is still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.